Wave B is just about ready to conclude. We are gearing up here. Jezo's tag's already on, locking in Rob. And here we have Captain Falcon coming out. A volatile matchup if there ever was one. Rob, big enough to be comboed.
I mean, who's in the audience watching? None other than Furia Fatality himself. Gigglezz seeded 59, Jezo seeded 54. One of these players only can move on. Is it going to be Gigglezz? Is it going to be Jezo? This is an explosive matchup, and I can't wait to see who gets the first hit. It's going to be Jezo.
Here we go. We know that Falcon, or rather, as a character, is just going to be looking to combo Rob as much as he can, using his own gyro against him to get a lovely little hit, but not finding the kill crucially there, which could have been a disastrous start for Jezo. The jab is going to come out. The 70% is met only by an 8 after that initial burst we saw from Jezo. Falcon is going to be taking advantage of Rob's heft, his wideness, and jumping out of that combo. The weak hit of knee, just placing that back off-stage position back into its place. Here we go, the re-grab on the gyro, and lovely Z-drop nair coming out from Jezo.
Yeah, we've seen the red Rob of Lucrecio, we've seen the red Rob of Jezo, but now it's time for a Jezo win, potentially. Gigglezz doesn't want to make it happen. Such an explosive player. I remember the set that he had against Chandog at Regen 2022 to make it out. Stole games out of absolutely nowhere. He's one of the best in the world at landing the down airs. And I tell you what, the Falcon dives off stage are quite pretty too.
That was excellent work there. Bouncing into the gyro on the recovery and looking for the up smash kill is Jezo there. The bury into the up tilt but not finding it. Perhaps jumping straight into the up air would have been it, but you know that up tilt's so reliable. Usually the up air is going to catch there, but not killing quite yet.
I'm so unsurprised to see that Gigglezz is that good at mashing on the way out of the berry. Like, with a mile-a-minute character like Falcon, of course you're quick on the sticks. You can find your way out of that situation, and it falls to Jezo to come up with anything. Town and City had a bit of an idea. Wants to say, hey up, let's have an even game here.
And speaking of up, the up throw is not finding the kill. The ceiling just too large.
Town and City like, hey, I stretched him in from the side. I've given you a central platform to kill with an up throw. Instead, it just has to be a straight neutral air instead.
Yeah,
the stage says, all right, well, fair enough.
Oh my lord! Gyrohawk! Oh my gosh! Oh my giddy aunt, my days, my stars and my guardians. That was a lovely bit of tech there.
It's still going, by the way.
Denying the Falcon dive. Jezo looking for that back air to send the Falcon too far out to recover, but Gigglezz gets it back. What a start to this stock! Grabbing the gyro and getting nervous troubles. Jezo was down 70%. And
but now offering an opportunity, and Gigglezz completely wasted with that Falcon dive. This was so decidedly in Gigglezz' favor, but now Jezo is throwing everything at his opponent. Cannot deal.
I love the use of the fair to catch the gyro, just deny that situation was getting worse. There we go, the down throw. Oh, going straight for the up air, this time adapting. But the Falcon dive is going to come out, the up smash is going to scoop. What a comeback from Jezo. That was sensational gameplay. Just saying, no, no, no. I know what I'm doing. It's time for me to do what you've been doing to me for 2 whole stocks. And here we are, an extra 40, 50, nearly 60. Can we see 70 coming out here for this upstart Rob? Jezo is definitely feeling himself at this very second. The side he's going to hold it, but not find the kill crucially. That's a lot of extra credit.
Yeah, really surprised we didn't see more from Gigglezz. Got the air dodge. Should have been an extra free hit on Jezo's landing, but instead Gigglezz has not taken that stock yet. I told you he's really good with the down air, so we might see one of them soon. But instead, Jezo missing with the grab, which could have well have been the end of the set. Up air sneaking in regardless. The air dodge is thrown out. All of the opportunities are right here for Jezo to take a stock. Will he do it soon?
The Z-drop gyro, things are looking dire, looking for the bounce of the gyro. Instead, it's the tried and true Jezo back air. That burner blasting Falcon, who likes playing hard, likes playing with that heat, with that Falcon kick, the Falcon dive. Instead, in that instance, it was Jezo's heat after a hot streak from that second stock that takes the game. And what a turnaround in terms of performance we saw there from Jezo.
Yeah, that was basically the Gigglezz was going super, super fast, playing Captain Falcon exactly like you'd expect. And Jezo says, right, well, Rob's not that fast, but I'm going to turn it up anyway. Just stick the blender on, go as quickly as I can. Jezo was mixing from start to finish as soon as he upped the rates. I don't know if he can keep that momentum going into the start of a second game. You might need to kind of get back into the groove and say, wait, hang on, I need to accelerate with this robot here. But Gigglezz all of a sudden was staring down the barrel and needs to take another game ASAP, or he will end in an unanticipated 65th place.
We will see the characters have been locked back in, Rob and Captain Falcon, and especially with how both characters were just able to deal with each other for a good majority of that game, it's not very surprising. One thing I love what Gigglezz was doing was getting around that ledge trapping so well, just not getting bonked by the gyro. If he was going back off stage and Rob wasn't coming to get him. Here we go, Carlos, the bigger stage here for Rob. More zoning opportunities and a less, a more linear way to recover with that side of the stage being so small, looking for the F throw into the arm rotor. But
any other stage it might have worked, but with that platform it just limits the amount of space where the read actually would have worked. You need to try and fall into that side B. The platform was protecting. Nevertheless, Jezo is looking mighty comfy, goes for a spike, but again, that platform is just giving Gigglezz all the ways to get out of Jezo's risky downers, risky side Bs. I really respect the stage counter pick because it's worked in his favor twice now.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. Oh my lord, I love how Jezo played that though, just went solo. No, Falcon can't really, unless the wall jumps are coming out, go that low, but doesn't need it. Instead, it's height that gets Gigglezz the kill, converting from that up air into a sensational Falcon knee, a Kinshasa like assault, meeting the head of the robotic operating buddy, and things are looking a little bit dire for Jezo once again, shades of game 1.
But now it's time for Gigglezz again. Jabbing at the end of the stage. It's just going to let Jezo run in at up smash. The scoop hitbox for Rob up smash is so good.
Youch. Massive, massive thing. Bro's made of metal, looking like a spoon with how well he scoops. Oh, looking for the up air to just keep fatality pot on one. Gigglezz in the air. Oh, down air. Oh, lovely tech there from Jezo to avoid what was certainly going to be death.
I have to take it back about Carlos as well. He's using the platform so well, but at the end of the day, he had a kill with the down air. But Carlos said no. Jezo lives on. The back air is going to kill anyway, though. Gigglezz is still running away with this one, but you cannot rule out Rob at any point of the match.
Certainly not. Look, waiting to see what he does. Going for the Falcon dive again. Lovely. Just running down, throw the gyro down and getting that huge up smash to finish things off here. Jezo has taken the first stock. However, he is sat on his third. And when you're facing down Falcon, you've got to be making these big plays sooner or later. Otherwise, Falcon's going to charge in and take what's his.
I wonder if Fatality wasn't in the room before and then just kind of phased in to mutually power up this Falcon while the resonance has worked. And that is 1-1 between Gigglezz and Jezo. What an explosive turn of fates.
What a huge knee. We saw it twice. It took 2 of the stocks. It's so scary when we saw Jezo turn that first game around so well, and then Falcon just decides, but you're a big lad, aren't you? And then just does away with you, combos you for days on end, and then just kills you with a sweet spot knee. A heavy character, Rob, not easy to kill, especially on the likes of Carlos when you've got the wider aerial blast zone, and then I'll just send you off the side with me knee and said, it's all right, mate, didn't you worry about that.
And so now I'm really interested to see what the stage is going to be, because this is the set that's perhaps been influenced by it the most. Town and City had its real moments of trying to influence things. Kalos both helped and then hindered Gigglezz on separate occasions. On Hollow Bastion, you are the Kingdom Hearts expert. What do you think of this choice?
I think obviously you've got that platform to play on to sort of get away from Rob trying to control the stage if Gyro does become more of a factor. Maybe I won't be talking about Rob at all. It's in consideration, certainly. Mithra is going to be quicker getting away from things, but Rob's locked in, and Rob is
wash
selected.
of relief, honestly. I wouldn't have agreed with that Pyro and Mithra choice personally. He's very, very good at using it, and Mithra can get Falcon in a disadvantage, but Fatality believes that matchup's even, to be honest, because Falcon, with the expert down airs that Gigglezz does, can just snipe that Photon Edge. And right now, Jezo's doing all the sniping in the world with the Rob instead. Gigglezz is in trouble, Hoppunks.
There we go, and 84% piled on and looking to finish things with an arm rotor, but not finding it. And now it's the turn of Gigglezz, trying to extend with the platform, but not getting it. The footstool isn't going to be enough because Rob is a airborne boy, and because of the aerial assault launched by Falcon, the down air is going to take it, but the arm rotor is going to answer straight back.
This is some of the most exciting gameplay I've seen all day. These two are evenly matched and are just using full hype aggression from both Falcon and, yes, from Rob as well. We can provide the excitement, especially if we're going to get some setups at the ledge. Now Jezo not in the best situation. The gyro belongs to Gigglezz and he just gets rid of it. He's not a character like Sonic that can fight with only the B button. Falcon needs his C stick, his A button, all of it.
There we go, recaptured is the gyro. And we see here the feeling out process, want to get off stage, baiting the jump with the laser, and then looking for a spike. Jezo's trying to use off stage way more in this third game, which, you know, you'd expect would be there at the start. The F-throw coming off the trip from the down tilt. And the back air! Ooh, hasn't quite taken it.
He's a heavier lad himself, and deftly getting around that down air. That was so good on the defense from Gigglezz, because he could have been on his last stock of the tournament. Instead, even though Jezo's winning right now, I can't tell who is going to take the next one, because Falcon Dive finding its opportunity.
Yeah. Putting that gyro on that platform to make sure Gigglezz can't use it. Looking for the back air, which has been tried and true in the last 2 sets. We've seen Jezo use it. And just using that up air after getting rid of that gyro. Putting it at ledge. Looking for the back air, but hasn't found it. It's back at ledge. It's gyro. It's bonking. And you're getting bonked again. Hell of a tech there from Gigglezz, though, to get out of it. Just a bit early.
Yes, get up attack. That will get Jezo off your case. Any other option, and Jezo had it covered. There's the back air, though, putting Gigglezz onto his last stock of the tournament. Can he turn it up? Maybe we'll see another down air. Maybe we'll see a Rob combo. That's a turnaround as well.
Looking like
it's spicy.
Rob can't slingshot, but Jezo certainly making that turnaround look super effective, as one would be. Here we go. Gigglezz has got to take this stock sooner than later, but versus a big lad like Rob, it's hard to say whether this is going so high, knowing that Falcon cannot catch you in the air unless it's an up air, which isn't going to kill at this percent, especially on Rob, even if you're in the bloody blast zone. Here we go, the dash attack.
There's an opportunity. The air dodge was in. He could have just jumped up and side B, but instead he committed to a grounded option with the forward smash. It didn't work out. Gigglezz is now in possession of the gyro once again. He uses it immediately, though, again.
Great re-grab there from Jezo on the gyro, but it's not going to be enough to get him out of trouble. Here we go, reading again at the top this time.
If the gyro was in hand, he was right in front of you off stage. That could have been death. Instead, armoring through with the side B. Full 95% advantage for Jezo right now, but Gigglezz could get things started at any moment.
Trying to catch in the air, but not finding it. Here we go. Things are looking certainly in Jezo's favor, but if there's one thing we know about Falcon, it's how explosive he can be, especially with down airs. We've seen them kill before, especially since Rob spent so long in the air. Let's see the drag down on the arm. Not finding it. Here we go. Jezo's got to play this carefully because Falcon is in. And when Falcon's in, he wants to stay in. Going for the knee, hitting the V6.
Fuel! And Jezo will not make it back. That was such a long-winded aerial juggle. Even though it was on stage, Jezo was still using up that fuel, and he was not doing so sparingly. You can kind of tap on the upbeat to make it go a little bit quicker and keep the fuel in reserve. But instead, it ran out at the most critical moment, and all of a sudden, Gigglezz is moving on to top 64, and here is how he did it. Not so much this game. That was an excellent combo, but Jezo did win game 1 from the comeback. This time it was game 3, Gigglezz making the comeback. For now, Kalos helping enough. That dash grab of Rob is awful, Hob Hunks, let me tell you. But the knee smash certainly is not.
That V trigger like knee pays dividends for a certain world champion, but was also super effective for Gigglezz Falcon here. We see, just as things were going well for Gigglezz, the gyro did come in, but things weren't spelled out as nicely for Jezo for the rest of that set. It was so interesting to watch these two, especially game 3, just swing at each other. The footstool did come out. It was scary. Mary throw him on, but the down air, you're spiking Rob. He spends so long in the air. It's so hard to challenge him when he's in that space because he's got so many options.
And then he spent too long in the air.
Exactly.
In the end.
We saw right at the end there, but Gigglezz unafraid and boldly makes his way into top 64 on the losers side of bracket. And that, I believe, is everything we've got to offer you today in terms of Wave